Thank you, everyone. Thank you for choosing to show up today. Personally, I would say the word that comes to mind with this group is kind of like family. Mm-hmm. A lot of familiar energies today. You guys all bonding like you haven't seen each other for a while. It's very nice. And you'll see with some of the things that you guys mentioned that you're seeking, why today's meditations came in. The meditations that popped up and other things that play in the background, and then I take them and modify them for this week for these two meditations. So anyway, but on the soul level, the word that came forward that wanted to be introduced today is the word is avocation. And I had no idea what that word was, so I had to look it up. But how many of you have a job that you have to get up and go to each day? And you get up and you do it each day, regardless, because you've got to do it, right? And how many of you have thoughts that are always running through your head? How many of you have OCD tendencies? Okay, so you can channel all of those things into avocation. Avocation is basically a little side job or a hobby, but one you treat like a job. That same responsibility you give to yourself each day, that, man, I gotta get up, no matter what, I gotta go to work. Every once in a while I'll call in sick. Do that same thing with your meditative relationship. Doesn't mean you always got to do an hour or whatever. You can do 5 minutes. You can do it in your drive. Meditation, and it's probably more important that way because so many of you do meditation as a negative state. Like, I'm just supposed to sit there and be blank and let stuff come to me. And some of you do it as a positive state, like, I'm going to do this, I'm going to travel out wherever. But really, it's that in between. Meditation you can do in every aspect of your life. It's a state of being. And so the first meditation is going to do a little bit of clearing work and then stepping out into a theta state. And then the second meditation is going to really help you bring stuff to light. But the meditation, it can literally just be a minute a day. But do it every single day. There's really, if you're serious about your well-being, or about helping humanity, or about focusing your thoughts, or about all these little things that are all over the place, they all add up into meditations. And then eventually you get to the soul of the meditation, which is really connecting with your soul and with the spirit side of life, connecting up with your soul families and stuff like that. But you do that by building a relationship with it. Do you see? So that's your avocation. Choose it as a secondary little job. Okay, every day I got to do my job. Do you see? If you choose it, if you consider it valuable for yourself, right? It's everything. It's in everything. And that's the beauty of it. And it doesn't matter if meditation is just sitting there in silence or working in the garden or doing prayers and affirmations. It doesn't matter what it is. It's just you're having some focused time with it. It'll blossom if you do that. Do you see? And each one of those words, if you explore the different words, like affirmations, intentions, gratitudes, prayers, each one of those words have a different energetic field. And if you spend some time with them without boxing it in, you'll start to learn what those mean for you. Do you see? Once you get past your thinking mind's definition of what those things are, which is really limiting. You see, you want those so they can build some energy, but then you set it free. So then you see it's like you're supercharging a seed. You see what I'm saying? But then you let that seed sprout in whatever direction. You see, that's the way spirit works. Is you do some of the work, and then you try not to control the outcome. And you let it come alive and grow in whatever direction it's supposed to. But you continuously explore your relationship with it, looking at it from different angles. So it's not just the same thing all the time where it's just a mechanical thing. Do you see? Because if it's just a mechanical thing and you don't allow those mechanics to fall below so the true thing comes alive, you're going to stay stuck crystallizing it. And then it's just something you're doing just like going to work every day. Drudgery. Do you see? Does it make sense, kind of? Any questions or thoughts, ideas? So avocation is the word that wanted to come forward today. Some of you talked a little bit about that, about having some focused energy towards something. You see? It's subtle shifts. And remember, positivity. Can you talk about your week and give it a silver lining? Do you see? It'll change your whole world. If you talk about your week and talk about how shitty it is all the time, that's going to become very true. You don't realize that you're building your world, right? It doesn't mean that sometimes you don't say, man, that really sucked. And then you're doing that though to let it out. Not because it's true, but because that was present and you're letting it go. You see? It comes floating by and you let it go because that's not you. That's not your state of being, your consciousness, your soul. That's just the illusion of it. Make sense? Okay, so close your eyes. We're going to drop in. This is a little bit longer of a meditation. You might drift in and out doing it. This is a weird one. Give yourself permission. Go through your steps of getting into your meditative state if you like. Try to see if you can allow your body to relax. So that way during the meditation, you're not being so thrown around by your thoughts telling you to scratch your face, to adjust your cameras, to listen to your phone. Any of those kinds of things. And remember that the steps are important mechanics at first to give you confidence and support, but eventually, to find enlightenment, you have to let go of those things and find it all from within the snap of the fingers. Focus, breathe, release. Focus, breathe, release. Focus, breathe, release. Follow your breath to deep within, to the magic of your body. So many different organs and processes going on at once. Each doing its own significant part, contributing to the whole. In each part, each organism within, in its turn, is composed of trillions of cells, each with their individual purposes, united as one to support the divine plan of your body. While each body part differs in form and function, all are interdependent, working in unison. Breathe into the sacred magic of your body. The sum total of your body can be divided into 5 main parts. The first part begins at your feet. Each individual toe on each foot. Each heel. Each instep. Going up your ankles, your Achilles, your calf, your knees, your hamstrings, your quads, all making up the first part, which is your legs. See your legs as one unit, moving in unison to help you step into life. The second of the 5 parts is your lower body with 3 main organs coming to the forefront. Your stomach, your sex organs, and your spleen. See these uniting to form and support your individual personalities and all your eccentricities. All divinely united. The third part of your body, your upper body. And again, allow 3 organs to step forward to support you in these realms of endeavor. The lungs, the throat, the heart, pumping and pulsating as individual units. Yet together they unite to bring your soul to life. Part 4 is your head, united by your brain, your pituitary and pineal glands, and your 2 eyes, giving you the power to visualize and direct your life. The 5th part is your arms. Notice your hands, each individual finger, your nails, your wrist, your forearms, elbows, upper arms and shoulders, joining together as one functioning being, putting your plans into firm action. All coming together, being and soul. Look deep into your heart. The power there you have to feel into every experience before you. Now magically gather up all of that power to feel and send that down into your left arm. Your left arm now representing the power to feel. And then go deep the same way, but now looking into your head. And allow the power to perceive to be extended down into your right arm. So your left arm operates your feelings. The right arm operates your power to perceive. Now imagine yourself walking into any experience and using these arms in unison to work together to feel and to perceive with complete balance. The arms go into willful action, coming into balance with your feeling and your perceiving. All of these are parts, uniform as one. The complete being that you are. Notice your entire body is working to support one complete ecosystem. Your entire robotic body, automated, following directions. But as you peel back these layers, behind the mechanics and the form of it all, you realize there's one light unifying your whole energetic system. The subtleness, the spark, the informing influence. Gather all of that up and notice your auric field around you as it swirls and dances. Now broaden your sense of awareness to a person sitting right next to you. See the light in their field stepping forward as one soul. And gently allow these two to merge. Allow your souls to come together safely and gently to form one light. Feel these two pulsating together as one auric field. And while remaining with this newly formed ball of focused light, allow your sense of awareness to broaden. Take note of this entire room and tap into its energetic field. Allowing it to sparkle and come to life. You notice this entire room also has a soul connecting its spirit to all that you can touch, smell, or see. And with that, allow that prior auric egg that you created to merge with the soul of this room, forming one bigger ball of energetic light, one soul. while maintaining that ball of light, the soul of all things, all people in this room, including this room. Bring your awareness to these grounds. Notice the birds, the streams, the bees, the gardens. All of it coming alive together to form a forest. Feel into the soul of the forest. And as you do, notice your light grow. Slowly and gently, merging the collective soul's energy. All those in this room, the room, these grounds, the center. One ball of light. Expanding out to the country, to the nation, to the world, to the planet. Notice all of those lights merging and coming together, allowing your soul, your auric field to blend and merge, expanding, becoming one. The pulsating energies of humanity. And then one last time out, while keeping your focused, intensified soul's light merged with humanity. Bring your awareness to our sun, emanating a positive, radiant light, with the planets circling around in orbit. Allow that energy to come together as one light. And as it does, expand out even further. Further, further, brighter and brighter. One soulful energy. As it all comes together, feel the oneness of spirit. One great being in which you move, live and breathe. Feel, if you will, the power of these united connections and allow impressions to form, the colorations of these energy streams uniting into a circuit of electricity among you all. One light, one life. What energies do you feel? How does this energetic field perceive when you look at your daily happenings? From this broad perspective, this loving light, look back on your day's happenings, on your week, See a truer perspective from your soul. Etch this memory, total inclusiveness, with the wealth of feelings and perceptions, into your memory. And as you look at it and look into it, become one with it. Allow a single word to come forward as a nugget of awareness. Word could be love, could be Eden, could be whatever word. But allow this word to signify this feeling as a triggered nugget, a crystallized memory. Breathe this word into your heart. And know that this Theta state of being can be called forward at your slightest desire just by bringing forth this chosen word. From this state of being, you are connected and you are the author of your life. You can reset any portion of your being. You can be reborn again with whatever attributes you like. And slowly begin to bring your energies back to these grounds. Find yourself down by the stream, sitting on a large rock in the middle of the stream. Do this process again by merging with the rock. And as you do that, you notice that the stream represents your thoughts, your stories, your roles, just floating by. You can let any of them keep going, or you can pick them up. It's up to you. It can be a story from your week. It can be an attribute or a deficit. You are the creator of this form. The ones that you choose will later tell your cells how to feel and how to perceive. And your cells will tell your organs. Your brain will produce the chemicals based on your emotional responses to those feelings produced. So choose carefully. You can always come back to this Theta state, merging back with the rock, watching other things wash on by. Remembering your word. Then slowly bring the light back in to your own body, your own auric field, purifying and cleansing your heart, your central altar. And then gently, with your body relaxed and your mind alert, bring yourselves back to the room. Opening your eyes when you're ready. A lot of words in that meditation, different directions. But you'll notice that if you want to tap into your theta state, your theta state is a state that you're in from in the womb until 7 years old. That's where you do all your programming. You learn how to interact, how to socialize, how to get attention or not get attention. And for most people, a lot of times they end up living the rest of their life based on those things they learned in the 7 years. Because after 7 years, you start losing that theta state, that programming state. But you can go back into that theta state at any point and reprogram. You don't have to continue to play the scripts of the child. Because now you're in charge if you choose it. But most people just aren't aware of that. And so they continue to play the scripts and thinking that they have to go back to the child. You can for fun. You can give it all kinds of blessings and support. Give it love. And I'm just telling you, you can reprogram your whole life. Do you see? What you choose to value, what you choose to bring forth, what you choose to focus upon. It's always, 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 always a choice. And I try to hardly ever say the word always. Anyway, I'll pass this around in case anything came up for any of you. Feel free. 1 oyster, 2 oysters. So the idea is, like I pointed out the other week at one of the things that what's really neat, like so for a couple weeks, I started eating later at night and having some sweets, so that way it would just take me into the astral realm for dreams instead, like the boring world of subconscious creations. But what would be neat is I can be fully present in the astral world and my body will be sleeping and I'll get woken up by my snores. Even though I'm fully awake astrally. You see what I'm saying? So they all have different conscious levels. And the idea in the astral body where your lessons are, your desires are, your prides, your fears, your ambitions, all of those things in the illusory world. The Buddha teachings were how to use the tools of detachment, dispassion, and discrimination to grow through those things. And then there's the Christ teachings. The Christ was showing how you can transmute desire into love. Do you see? That's what it's all about. Making a choice of how you approach things. That's what I say loving acceptance. You see? Have any of you ever had brief encounters with Christ consciousness at all? Only then would you, and it would be, to have it come in would probably blow up your body. It's just way too fast. But it is an undescribable essence of love. Pure, complete, right? That is the Christ consciousness. And so in this meditation, as Christ comes in for a moment, that is what it means. It's not the figure of the Christ necessarily. So you don't have to limit it to just that definition. Just know that it's the pure essence of loving light. Okay? And if that's too much for you, then just ignore that part. Just tap into pure essence of loving light. It's all the same thing, it's just a symbol. Okay? There'll be a little bit of music with this one. I'm gonna sing. Okay, lay down if you like, fall asleep if you like, snore if you like. Give yourself permission. See how quickly you can go like this and get to your Theta State and then beyond, or to your meditative state. Use your word. Suspend all disbelief, all distraction, all distortion. Be present, be here now, whatever all that stuff is. A little bit of visualization at first. You're sitting at home, watching TV or playing a video game or whatever, trying to unwind from the day, forgetting all the worries, the happenings, coulda, woulda, shouldas, trying to distract yourself from over-consuming thoughts, stress, whatever it may be. You get up to check on a meal simmering on the stove, and all of a sudden you hear a noise. It's a noise unlike anything you've heard before. And it's coming from everywhere. Trumpets in unison playing in all directions. Not one trumpet, but hundreds playing together. A symphony of angels. You head over to the window, peel back the curtains, and look out. You notice your neighbors already out there in the yards gathering around. They're looking up into the sky with shock and utter amazement. You go outside, and already people are stopping the cars in the middle of the street. Children and adults alike are flooding out of their homes. Just like others all over the planet, turn your head up to stare into the sky. You can't believe your eyes. This can't be real, you think. You strain your eyes to open wider, and you see a beautiful light beyond your wildest dreams. And though it's late in the evening, the sky is blinding bright everywhere you look. You look away to try to let your eyes adjust to the brilliance all around you. And simultaneously, you feel your heart warming. profound sense of love. Above you and from all directions, you hear voices. Millions and millions in unison. Holy, holy, holy. You have no doubt. You innately know this voice is a direct message from the Creator above. As you adjust to the bright lights, you see angels everywhere, filling the sky, pure omnipresence. And then just as suddenly as you heard the trumpets, and the last goes silent. And though the angels are all silent, they all turn and look into the same direction on the horizon as the clouds begin to part, just like a curtain. And there, standing in a rainbow of light, is Jesus. All of a sudden, everything that had seemed so important and so distracting just a few minutes before loses all of its weight. The light of his return, the sudden reveal of pure bliss. A message comes through to you as follows. Your love and devotion has been impressive and positive influence on your environment. We see your wholehearted attempts to blend your gifts with others. The dream you have felt is a natural byproduct of such devotion and commitment. There's a certain price that must be paid in service, one which has caused the natural depletion and weariness of your energetic field. This is a natural resonant friction when two objects meet. In this ceremony now, we will bring you back to wholeness. See rings of spiraling light coming from all directions, from our one infinite creator, moving clockwise about your circle. Allow these lights of creator to spin more and more rapidly. And doing so allows this light to grow brighter and brighter as it imbues you with pure love. Visualize this as you step into purpose and as you join forth with these trumpets in the legion of our service. Though the clouds begin to slowly close, the angels retreat, the essence remains. Once its imprint is felt, it stays with you. Bring that energy back into your rooms. The food's still simmering at the table. But no longer the need to be distracted by the TVs, by the cell phones, by the worries, knowing that all will be all right. Remembering who you are what you came for, and how you can take this out into your world as a blessing. Take a deep breath in, breathing it all in to every cell. And then beginning to wiggle the body as our evening comes to a close. A lot of what she just explained is the form of Christ. It's still connected. Remember, the form is still having a feeling and a perceiving. It's what's been indoctrinated into us. And the idea to get to the soul, Christ consciousness, that love actually is representative of the soul energy. So you get even beyond that. So esoteric books would say that the coming of the Christ into the astral realm will be by far the hardest for Catholics, because they already think they know what Christ is. You see? So whether you think you know Christ or you think you don't, let go of both of those, and it'll go even more profound. Do you see? To get to the soul of the thing. It can trick you, the form side. Do you see what I'm saying? Because it's got layers on the planes that you're going through. Make sense? I'm not saying it's not beautiful and not inspirational and not to be celebrated and profound. I'm just saying that there's also a soul behind that. That's what I'm saying. Blessings to all. May you take it into your weeks in a loving, good way. Thank you, everyone, for showing up. Hopefully you get home safe and have some beautiful dreams. And your week continues in a great way. Amen.